Okay, so basically, yeah, the three things to take away from the putting lesson here, putting clinic, would be to make sure you keep your head down through the putt. Make sure you make contact with the putt before you look to find it. Hopefully it goes in. Another one too is make sure you don't break your wrist. Try to keep your wrists real soft. Just use your shoulders while keeping your head still. And the third one would be probably to just make sure you don't necessarily hit the ball. Just let the putter do most of the work. So with the shoulders, again, just go back and through. Don't try to give it more power. You'll be a lot more inconsistent unless if you just use your shoulders, you'll be a lot more consistent on your leg.
How about when you have like a really long putt?
If you got a really long putt, all you have to do is putt. Just bring it back further.
Just a lot further. But still with your shoulders, don't do your flip.
Don't flip at it. Just bring it back further and just a little bit,
power through
a little more follow through, and it will go further.
Are you bringing it straight back? You're kind of bringing it back on a.
Just straight back. It depends. Some people have different arcs, but straight back. So yeah, and then these drills will be good to do in your own time, like I said before. And thanks for coming to day one, guys. That concludes our lesson. And,
tips up.
Tips up. We'll touch the tips and we'll get out of here.
Yo.
All right. In conclusion, wrapping up day two, just a couple things. So we're in the bunker. When we're in the bunker, where do we want our ball position at?
In the
Middle of our stance. So ball position's in the middle, weights a little forward, open. Think of that dollar bill on the ground. Let the sand do the work. And then with our chipping, it's pretty much the same thing, except for we want the ball position back a little bit further. We don't necessarily want to hit. We don't have any sand to hit the ball, so we want to make good contact with the ball. That's the good thing. By keeping your hands forward, weight forward, and finishing your swing. You want to be also with your wedges a little bit steeper down on the ball, so you don't necessarily come in shallow like this. Blade it or chunk it, you want to come a little bit more steeper. So by picking up the club, maybe a little bit earlier when you chip.
Does that mean turning your wrists?
So basically you could just lift and break your wrists a little bit.
You want a divot?
With a wedge shot, yeah, you can take a little divot or just like a slight divot, small divot. And then also we learned, bump and run shot, lob shot, sand shot, or a 52 degree, depending on what you're trying to do, how much you want the ball to roll out. That's kind of the club you take instead of trying to adjust with one club. I mean, you can open your club and hit a flop shot, but have a 6.
If you open up your club, are you more likely to blade your shot and catch it kind of thin?
If there's a higher possibility of doing that. So yeah, basically a couple things to come away with is just remember the ball position. Ball position is really important with chipping, and also keeping your hands in front and make sure you're finishing your shot. So really getting your weight, your belt buckle to your target when you finish.
The easiest shot is probably the bump and run.
Bump and run's the easiest, probably the best shot to learn and practice, because it's better to get the ball rolling as soon as possible. Because then it's a lot easier. It's just like putting, you want to get it on the green and you can see the line and put it in. So thanks guys for coming to day two. Appreciate it.
All right, tips up. There we go.
Right,
Okay.
Okay, all right, guys. So conclusion of our irons clinic here. A couple things to work on when you're on your own would be if you come to the range to warm up with a 7-iron or 8-iron and just keep your feet together and work on your toe up drill and balance. Just kind of work on that for a while till you get it down, then start hitting full shots. And also when you're hitting full shots at the range, to always be aiming at something. So always try to pick a target, put a club down so your feet are aligned on the target, so you just get that muscle memory, that feel. So when you're out on the course, it just feels natural for you to have your alignment correct. Don't just come out here and just whack balls around. I mean, you can, but it's not really going to be as good a practice for you. So yeah, do those few drills. And also another one that we did today that's good is maybe put your club down and you feel like you're not turning, try to get that shoulder turn, get that club parallel to your club here, and follow through. So
it's so hard. Sometimes it looks like when you're like this, you're even, but then I guess you get back and you're a way over. Or
yeah. So when you do line up your stuff, make sure you come back here and just really line it up and then get up there.
Then get up. Yeah.
Don't try to put it down when you're here, because that's the hard part there.
It was pretty hard. I was sitting different.
You didn't know where you were at.
Yeah.
So yeah, a couple things to come away with. Just remember that toe up. Try to get the centerness of contact. That's really key. And it's really key here too when you finish your swing. Get that through so you're finishing and rolling over your hands a little bit. Yeah. Thanks guys.
Oh, thank you very much.
Day 3
Corey.
of irons.
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
Eagle Mont.
Eagle Mont.
Corey
Yeah.
Valentine.
Play.
Real quick, I'm gonna go over a recap. All right, guys. So in conclusion of the woods, so driver, ball position, just off the front of your heel, good spot. Do it. Easy way, easy trick. Just barely open your foot every time. You'll have the right ball position there. When you're swinging through, make sure you keep your head behind the ball and weight all the way forward. Finish your swing with your driver there. A good drill to do too if you're on the range with your driver and that's not happening, maybe use the tee or the walk through, so hit and walk through. With the 3-wood, you want the ball position just slightly back from where your driver is, so maybe a ball. So that way you can open your foot there, but maybe step just slightly one more time with your front foot there, and that will get you the good position to be right at the bottom of your swing with your 3-wood. Same thing there too, as you want to finish your swing, and a good drill there is also the walk-through drill. Kind of get your weight all the way forward.
Maybe that's what you should have done, Roger.
Yeah.
The
So try to do the walk-through so your face isn't open at impact. You can close that face up with the toe drill. Same thing with your woods. So yeah, so tips in, boys. That was a good
yeah, tips in. All right.